Hi, I'm Father Craig from St. Peter's by the Sea, and during this video clip, I want to talk a little bit about what the peace of God is all about. In John's Gospel, on the night after the resurrection, Jesus appears to the disciples and offers them and actually gives them the peace of God. He says to them literally, "The peace of God I bring to you. The peace of God I leave with you." I think the fair question is, though, what is the peace of God? Throughout my life, I've heard people tell me that if you truly believe, then you'll have a life without suffering. I haven't found that to be very true. And to be honest with you, if we look at the example of the apostles, we know for a fact that's not true because 11 out of 12 apostles all met untimely deaths to the hand of the executioner. So what does it mean to live with the peace of God, or as some other people may say, in the peace and context of the resurrection? Martin Luther, the founder of Lutheranism as we know it today, wrote that the peace of God is not about a life without suffering. Instead, the peace of God is about the ability to find peace in the midst of our suffering. When I heard that statement a few years ago, I was reminded at that point of a friend of mine who wrote to me about her mother's journey with lung cancer and then her ultimate death. And what she wrote to me went something to the effect of, throughout my mother's illness, she never seemed overly concerned with the fact that she was dying. Instead, she approached it with kind of a sense of calm. She took the chemotherapy and never seemed overly concerned or to discuss the discomfort involved. And she carried this sense of calm and serenity all the way until the moment she died. And even on the night she died, she seemed to become more and more serene as she grew closer and closer to death. And her peace was so abundant that even one of the nurses noted that at the phase she was entering, she should have required far more medication to keep her comfortable and to keep her calm. And my friend Lydia was a woman of great faith, and so was her mother. And as she reflected on her mother's death, she said to me, "Craig, the only one thing I can attribute Mom's peacefulness to is that throughout her illness, she never focused on being sick or dying or being afraid of dying, but focused on the fact that through the resurrection, she was moving towards something far greater." We often state that through Christ's death on the cross, death has been defeated, and the opportunity for new life with God has been afforded us. This is what Lydia believed her mother lived with. She lived in the context of resurrection, in the assurance that while death was before her, it was actually behind her, and life itself was before her. The psalmist in Psalm 23 writes, "Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil. For thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me." Just like Lydia's mother, the psalmist understood when he walked in the light of God, he had nothing to fear, not even his enemies or anything evil. In Psalm 16, the writer opens with the statement, "Protect me, O Lord," and talks about the confidence he finds in putting himself totally in the protection of God. When we are able to live into that protection, live into the hope of resurrection, to look towards life before us and death behind us, then we find the gift that Christ offers all of us through the resurrection, the peace of God, a peace that carries us through and can keep us calm, even when we go into the depths of the valley of the shadow of death. For God's rod and staff will give us comfort. May you find that in the times that you walk through the valley of death. May you go without fear, and may God bless each and every one of you.